Tervetuloa Espoon Otaniemeen Urban Mill Startup-kiihdyttämöön. Meillä on vieraana tänään marjaviineä valmistava Finnviini perustajapariskunta David Cohen ja Paula de Kerro Cohen. David and Paula, if you first start who you are and why you have started Finnviini and what are you making?
Sure. I'm originally from Ecuador, and with David,
and I'm from the US.
We lived there and started actually a hobby of winemaking out of grapes. And his day job brought us to Finland, where we decided to try what local ingredients
Yeah,
we can
couldn't
make.
get grapes here.
Yes, we can make wine out of, and found that berries were a great ingredient for winemaking.
Yeah.
So when you come here, so you saw the possibility of making great wine, not with grapes, but with other...
Not initially. We were just experimenting, seeing what we could do. You know, this is something that I'm an engineer. I just naturally like doing things this way and experimenting. Try different things, try different ingredients, different methods, and some of them started to turn out to be really good, surprisingly good, and then realized that one of the key things about winemaking is that you have to start with the really top quality ingredients. And it turns out that Finland has really great berries. And if you treat them right, they can turn into fabulous wines. So that's was when we realized that. We realized that there doesn't seem to be anyone trying to make high-end wines out of these berries, as we realized there's an opportunity here.
So, and if you tell about the courage you need to start business, something people are a bit afraid of going to market, maybe to really test yourself and your idea.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is the second time I've started up a company. The first time was when I came to Finland, and you know, upending your family from the where you grew up, everything you know, and coming to a new country is actually a little bit more frightening than starting a company for the second time. So, so that's not hard, but in a sense. But the key thing I think that anyone would have to realize is that you need sort of a safety involved in this. So I still have my day job. I still have a steady income from that. If the winery in the end doesn't succeed financially, we're not risking everything to that point. So we wanted to make sure that that's not the case.
And if you tell something about the skills needed, how did you acquire the skills of making wine? But that's not like maybe not normal thing you learn from the school.
No.
No, it's through years of practicing, basically. Yeah. David has the experience of the hobby making.
Yeah, and when you get a hobby, of course, you get really involved, and I read about different wine making techniques from around the world, because it's different in different parts of France, in Italy, in Spain, in Australia, and California. It's all different ways of doing it. And it turns out that, you know, when you start doing something other than grapes, you really start to have to draw upon these other traditions to try to figure out which way it'll work best with cloudberries, for example. This is not a normal ingredient.
And if you tell something, what do you think is the main thing your product have to be to really get it sold and distributed?
It has to be good. It has to be actually better than good. It has to be great. It has to be a top quality wine. Berries cost a lot more than grapes do, and it's expensive to make berry wine compared to grape wine. So the quality has to be up there with the best of the grape wines in order for this to be a successful business. And luckily, the berries here are capable of doing that.
And you have already had some recognition. Can you tell more about them?
So we have entered a couple of our wines. In California, our cloudberry wine won a silver medal, and our bilberry wine won a gold medal. And as
beating
well.
out about 1,000 grape wines to do that.
And as well in Australia, our blueberry wine won a silver medal.
Yeah.
And that was the only wine entered in that competition as well.
Yes, only non-grape wine awarded any medal. Yeah.
So what do you think there is ahead challenges and possibilities for you?
Making the right connections is probably the biggest challenge. We're trying to focus on internationalizing our products, so getting the correct partners in target markets that will work with us, because the alcohol business is highly regulated everywhere in the world, so we can't go directly anywhere else and sell. We have to find somebody to import it and manage in that territory, and manage the legal aspects and the commercial aspects and the whole bit. So finding the correct partners is the biggest challenge, and after that, we don't yet have our own winery. We're renting space, so our capacity is going to be an issue as well. As soon as we start building the business, we have a capacity issue. We have to work on that at the same time.
So you have some overall vision for Finnviini. So can you tell us more about it?
Yes, so Finnviini wants to introduce the world to wines made in Finland. There is a lack of that. There's nobody outside of Finland knows what a great wine from Finland tastes like.
Or any wine from Finland tastes like.
So you really want to be the wine of Finland?
Yes.
To
Yes.
represent Finland?
Finnviini.
Yes.
Finnviini. This was sort of the vision from the beginning, is that let people out in the world, they're always looking for new, exotic, wonderful flavors, and we can provide that.
Okay.
Something that no one else has.
Yes. So thank you very much and good luck
Thank you.
for the future.
Thank you.
Okay.